Alright, cool.
But yeah, we're live, man.
We're
After God knows how long.
Yeah. Yo,
But
people, we are
live.
live. This is a podcast, new venture, and the name of the podcast, as of right now, you know, I'm actually just deep. They already know the name of the podcast because
they're gonna click it and they'll see the name.
It's there.
Yeah.
So they know it. They know it before we do.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's not how that works.
That's not how that works.
That's not how that works. So as of now, it is what you're seeing. But if things go as planned, it is SPECTIVE, which from my understanding is a word that I've made up with ChatGPT.
Okay.
And see, here's the problem. There were two names for this podcast that I was dead set on and I had my heart set on. Those two names were The Big Picture and Beyond the Lens. See, now the problem with these two names were that they were both taken. Yeah. So I've had lengthy conversations with ChatGPT. I've done extensive research. I've listened to my gut. And what I came to the conclusion was that I need to either fuse words together or create a new word, because it just seems like no matter what, because it's crazy, no matter what you think of, somebody else out there. Yeah. It's already out there. It's done. Yeah. If you can think it, someone else has thought it. That's 100%. That's the humbling lesson I've been taught anyway, that I ain't got no original ideas. So SPECTIVE is a word that derives from the Latin word spec, which means to observe. And from that word, there's been a multitude of different English words like introspect, perspective, prospect, I think. Maybe that was one of them, I don't know. And so when you combine that, perspective is the word I'm going with there, with the idea of, I think it's spectre, which is...
the Latin word?
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce the Latin word for it, but you combine that with the word spectrum, which is also derived from this same word. And spectrum is obviously when a white light hits a prism, a rainbow of colours appear, and it's like a multitude. It's like a scale almost. Yes. But spectra is the plural to spectrum.
Spectrum, okay.
So it's not just a spectrum; it's a multiple of spectrum.
Okay.
That, when combined with the word perspective, basically to me means a multitude and different layers of perspectives. Which is a long way of saying what the job here for us is to make an observation and to leave with either an assured perspective or a different perspective. Okay. That's what we're doing here. And for anyone watching, that clarifies that.
Yeah. And hopefully a perspective relatable to whoever's watching.
Doesn't have to be. No, I'm joking, yeah. No, for sure. Look, this is the thing now. We're putting ourselves out there. We're putting our opinions out there.
Yeah, 100%.
And I want to make it clear that for both of us that these are our opinions, our observations. But the thing is, we have very similar perspectives. Yeah. So I thought of might hinder us a little bit, but I'm going to do my best to look at all perspectives on everything just to get an understanding. And this is a journey, man. This is a journey. We're going to learn from this. I want to learn from this. I want people to interact. I want people to be in the comments. I want people to push back on ideas. And I want to grow and I want to learn. And the two biggest things... Sorry, before I introduce you, because I'm going to introduce you. I didn't even introduce myself yet. By the way, if you don't know me, my name is Zain. This is Faisal, also known as Fizlo. Yeah. And... if you don't know me, I also am a music artist. I've made a song. The song is here. It's called Chanel Perfume. I also have a mixtape out. I'm just plugging my music. This is why I made this whole... I set up this whole podcast just to tell you I got a mixtape out. Go listen to that. So the two biggest questions that's been thrown my way over the last few months now. Yeah. This is something I want to get into straight away on the podcast. And those two questions are... what's happening with the podcast? Yeah. Because, look, you know...
Me being one of those, by the way. I am one of the ones that have been asking those questions.
See, because the thing is that I actually decided to do this venture months ago. Yeah. And I set all this up and I haven't done it. So that was the first question, is what's happening with the podcast? And the second one, of course, is why podcasting? Cool. I'll answer the second question first. Podcasting, so here's the thing. I've been... through a very interesting journey over the last couple of years as a music artist, trying to make it in the music industry. Now, this is where I have to get real with myself now. I'm on a podcast. I got a microphone. It's time to get honest. It's time to be real. And to be honest with you, I'm shifting my focus and my energy. And when I say that, I don't mean I'm leaving this behind. What I mean is that this is now my new priority.
Okay.
This is now the thing that I'm going to focus on, and this can now be something that I can do
In the background.
when I want to do it.
Okay.
Now, there are obviously many reasons for this. The industry itself, it's just not the same industry it was when I got into it. I got into the music industry pre-COVID. It was a completely different game than it is now. I feel like the music industry today itself doesn't know what it is.
Okay.
It's trying to figure itself out because it's trying to adjust to a world that is moving beyond them. And I don't mean music itself, I mean the industry, because that is a very important distinction.
Okay.
Because there's love for the art and there's creating art, but then there's the business and the industry behind it. And that is what drives the art, unfortunately. So when you work that way around, you have to then make adjustments to yourself. And I am not a fan of the way the music industry is going today.
Okay.
But also, I'm not afraid to say on camera that my decision to step away from music is linked to my relationship with God.
Okay.
I have been on a bit of a journey, also in spiritual aspect as well as this aspect. And look, I came to the conclusion, and you know what's crazy? I literally just told you off camera that I wasn't going to say this.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
But full transparency,
yeah.
I told him off camera, I'm not going to mention this part because it's too personal.
Yeah. But we're
I'm in the moment.
I mean,
man.
you're in the moment.
I'm
You might as well
feeling
say what you want to say, bro.
Exactly. I'm just going to say what I want to say. And listen, here's the thing. I've come to the conclusion over many, many years of deliberation in my head and battling back and forth that I just can't accept earning an income through music.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm not saying is, everybody stop listening to my music. Don't ever talk to me about music. No. Not only am I not saying that, I might also still make music. So I get the. This is why I was afraid to say this on camera, because I get the contradiction there.
Yeah.
And I understand that there will be pushback on that.
And there will definitely be people who struggle to understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, because I know to some people I'm kind of still in the middle.
Yeah,
It's like, are you in or you out? But for me, it's not about in or out. For me, it's just about career. It's about if I want to start earning an income or making a living or building an empire on something, my bets were all hedged here. It's now here. That's all it is. So I'm still going to be doing this, but I'm now focusing more on this. Like, I was thinking I might even make a song for the intro of this
podcast.
Maybe I don't know. I was telling you that my old studio shut down, so I need to find a new studio anyway. But I'm still very much into this, but I'm also now focusing on this. And I'll be honest, I really enjoy it because, I haven't done it yet, but why I know I'm going to enjoy it is because all of this is all the same thing.
Yeah, I'd agree. Because that's what I was literally about to ask. When you decided that that's not what you wanted in terms of your main focus, why did you think of podcasting then? What made you think, cool, this is it? Because
the period of my life, I always go with the wind, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I'm the kind of guy that's like, right, where am I at now? And fully lean into it. So at that time, that's where I was. I had just transitioned out of, in all honesty, dropping out of university and having no prospects and being 21 years old, to then having to transition into something, and I choose music as a way of expressing my emotion at the time. Yeah. And I combined it with music because it's something that I'm good at, like writing. Yeah. And also, let's be honest, I got flows. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
you've heard
if you want to see his flows or hear his flows, I should say, you got to check it out, bro. Because I remember there was a period, not that I don't listen to it anymore, but I remember when it dropped, this song, Chanel Perfume, it was like, in a sense that, cool, I'm related to, right? Yeah. But there was a point where I was just listening to the song and I was just relating to the lyrics. I couldn't care less who you, like, in a sense of, I couldn't care less that you're related to me. I was just listening to the song and I was like, damn.
And you know why I really like what you just said? Is because you said, would you say you were listening to the lyrics and connecting with the story? The story, so that aspect right there, what you just said, is the reason I wanted to do music. Yeah. I always said, I said this from early on, because somebody asked me, what do you want to be? Like, what do you want to achieve? And to be honest with you, what I want to achieve is I want to be a great storyteller.
Yeah.
And that's what I did with this song. And that's what I want to do here with this. I want to be able to express my creativity, but be a good storyteller.
Yeah.
Be able to, you know, it's being able to evoke an emotion out of somebody through an art form. That's it.
Yeah.
Whether it's rapping or talking, it doesn't matter. It's the same art form. And I think that we have the ability to do that here, which then brings me on to why you. So
genuinely, before we move on to that, I think that's one of the reasons why I've always not related so much, but always been like that in terms of liking that song, is because I would say one of my favorite artist is Frank Ocean. And I've told him this before. The reason why he's my favorite is the way he can get an emotion across in a song. And that is why, like, that type of music has always just connected with me.
And it's across all art forms. Like, I remember I was watching a wrestling documentary once, and the guy in the documentary said the idea of wrestling is to evoke an emotion out of you. And in that moment, I was like, yo, so this applies everywhere.
Yeah, like, movies and film is a massive industry as well.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's about creating something that makes someone feel something.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what art is. And if I can do that, then it doesn't matter to me what platform or what area I'm in.
Okay.
And right now, and I don't want to limit myself to this. I want to one day be able to write movie scripts, write a book, create a story and sell it somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, because I have ideas. What I've always lacked on, or I wouldn't say lack on, what I've always hindered on a little bit, I've been hindered by, is the execution.
Yeah.
And
which is what's happening now.
Actually, that brings me back to the second question. Was it? No, the first question that I was getting asked, which is what's happening with the podcast. So if I'm being completely honest with myself again, I am gonna put myself on the line here and say that the reason why I believe it's taken me this long to set this up and be on camera is because deep down, like in the depth of my soul, I knew that I'd have to face this conversation.
Yeah.
And this is not an easy conversation, because as much as I sit here and say to you now that I'm focusing on this rather than that because of my reasons, I also knew that the first day I got into doing music. This is the point, which means that at some point in time, I was okay with it.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't know why. I'm not in this moment of time.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think the most important thing now is the fact that we're here recording the first episode.
Yeah.
Genuinely, because I'd say even that's taken some time. And obviously a few years ago, you were in a completely different path. But I think the path in itself of what you said of evoking emotion out of someone and going into depth of what's the thoughts in your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you said, there's different art forms of doing that.
100%.
And like, cool, music maybe isn't the main path you want to take, but now we found this, and like you said, you may want to go on in the future and do other things. So I think the most important thing now is that we're here recording the first episode, and that
paralysis is gone. Like, I don't feel paralyzed anymore. I feel ready to go, and I feel energized, man. I feel good. And I obviously, when I decided to go into podcasting, I also then knew at the back of my mind, right, if you're gonna do a podcast, that's not a one-man job.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a two-man job. And I am not gassing you up when I say 1 of 1, round 1 first draft pick was you. Yeah. And the fact, if you said no, I'll be honest, I'd have been struggling to find someone. Yeah. So I'm glad you said yes. And look, I don't want to sit here and give people reasons as to why I decided to choose you. I will give them a little bit, but for the most part, I want them to see it.
Yeah, and to be honest, I'll say this to the camera now, and it's like it is a bit deep, but I feel like my whole life I have struggled to find people that I can relate with and connect with on a deep level. So in terms of when I express I feel like when I express my opinions or my thoughts, I've always felt like they're abnormal. I wouldn't say it's a generic.
You think that? Okay.
Yeah, I would think that. I would say that, like, or even if they're not abnormal, I might think on something a lot more than a normal person would.
Yeah. Overthinking. Yeah,
overthinking.
That we can relate on.
Which a lot of people can relate with, but I wouldn't say I have found in my life. So my main reason for doing this podcast is, first of all, you know this as well, when I speak, that just relieves a lot of 100%. Pressure from my mind.
That was a big thing for you. That was a big thing. Speaking is a form of
expression, alleviating the thing, everything, all the pressure on whatever pressure it may be.
100%.
But and another thing is, I want to find people, whether it may be one person who watches this or two people who watches this and relates with me. That's enough for me.
Honestly, that is so important as a perspective to have.
Yeah.
Oh, perspective. We used it already. That's cool.
That's a perspective counter.
But it's spective, not perspective.
We'll call it the spective counter.
Yeah, I dropped the per, basically. That's so important because I said the same thing about music. I was like, look, I don't. My goal was never to be a platinum selling artist. It was never to be on main stage. It was, I want to connect with somebody, whoever it is, and I want them to feel something. Just like you're saying now, you want to connect with people. And look, let's be honest here. That is a part of it. It's not the whole thing. There are elements that we want for ourselves in this.
Yeah, of course.
We're just being honest here, but if we can maintain that within ourselves, that hold on to that feeling of there's a purpose behind what we're doing.
Yeah, definitely.
Then I think there's success here.
Yeah, 100%, man.
There's longevity here.
Yeah, I think, and another thing is like like you said, putting full focus into this is what I think is another important thing, because you can't do these types of things half-heartedly. You can't be half of yourself, or you can't be a third of yourself. You have to be 100% yourself, and you have to put 100% effort for people to get the real you.
Yeah,
for people
100%.
to get the real you. You can't fake stuff. We both know that we're not the type of people to get online and be a fake version of ourselves.
No.
The only reason we want this to become something is because people relate to and like the real versions of us,
and we just want to express that. Literally. That's all it is. And so with that is just doesn't just come this venture. You also have ventures that you're exploring right now.
Yeah.
So let's give the people some context, man. How old are you first?
I am 21.
You're 21.
I've just finished university. I know I've got told many times, obviously, because my appearance, that I look older than I am.
You look older than me. I'm 29.
I know. That's what I'm saying. But just finished uni. I'm going to start working soon. But what I want with all of this, what I'm doing is this podcast with Zayn. I'm streaming on Twitch. I'm streaming gaming on Twitch.
Yeah, plug your stuff, man.
Fizlo_05 is the
Let
Twitch.
You had your first ever live yesterday.
At
time of recording.
I was streaming Rocket League, I think, and I streamed some pro clubs later on in the night.
So you did two streams.
Two streams. So
how did that feel? Like that was your first time ever being live?
You know what it is? Yeah, that was my first time ever being live. But genuinely, the thing is, the whole time it was my brethren in the chat. Yeah, it was my brethren in the chat.
I was in the chat as well.
Yeah, you were in the chat, and my brethren. It was like there were a couple randoms, but genuinely, you don't understand the feeling I got, because from young, I've always wanted to be posting and streaming, and genuinely, I thought beforehand, what if no one watches me? But when I'm doing it, bro, the feeling is like no other.
That's actually a very interesting point, because when it comes to doing something that you want to do, I think it's so important to have that retrospect, to look back and analyze what you've done before, what you've enjoyed before, and then your life starts to make a little bit more sense. Because when you start to lean into things that you enjoy and are good at, that's when you're able to excel in something, in my opinion. So when like you're saying from young that you wanted to go, and you didn't know that you wanted to be streaming or whatever, but you knew the direction. You knew that I need to go a little bit that way. So naturally, every time life kind of dragged you the opposite way, I don't know if you felt like that. I certainly did. I could see myself going into the abyss. I could visualize there's nothing on that side. There's nothing there. Why do I keep
in terms of fulfillment, I definitely agree with you. And I can't lie, the thing is,
you can feel when you're close to your passion.
And I've said this to you multiple times, and a lot of people will relate to this, in terms of there's certain things that just aren't meant for you, right? For example, this, I will put 100% effort into this, and nothing can come from it. Because that's being realistic. Nothing can come from this. But I can then proceed with my life knowing that I tried. And tried with 100% of my effort.
I always say my two biggest fears, the unknown and what ifs.
Yeah.
and they link together. There's deep meanings behind.
And I'm sure
we'll
on future podcasts we'll probably deep dive into that.
We're definitely gonna get into that. I actually have a plan of getting. I spoke to you about the plan. Maybe next episode we'll get into some real fears and some taboo subjects. But as of right now, so your streaming thing, you're still doing it, right? It wasn't a one and done.
No, it wasn't a one and done. I'm definitely gonna keep streaming, even if, like I said, nothing comes from it. Streaming is something like I was saying this, like streaming is something where I game no matter what. So if I'm gaming, the only thing that's changing is I'm hitting the stream button.
Exactly.
I'm hitting that button.
But that's the hardest button to press.
That's the hardest button to press. But I'm
because after that, everything is different.
Yeah, and I think even though it is different, like the version, like I would say version, but when I'm being upbeat and talking to chat and this, that, and the other, that's the version of myself I want to be. Because I think a lot of people relate to this. If you're gaming sometimes by yourself, you can be a bit down sometimes. Sometimes I'll just be playing, I'll just be overthinking in my head, and I'll be thinking, I'm not really enjoying myself right now. 100%. But when I click that stream button, cool, I'm upbeat, but that's still me. That's just me, the version of myself I want to be.
That exactly. And you're enjoying doing it.
Yeah.
But when you are streaming, are you doing just like gaming streams? Are you doing
right now it's gaming streams. I think I'm trying to just play a lot of games.
Okay.
But I don't know if in the future I will.
Because you have some experience being on camera streams, because we have another one of our family members, who's also streaming right now. Yeah. And you appeared on his stream before you even went on yours. So
I'll plug his thing right now.
I was waiting for the plug.
Safhack22. He is streaming every single World Cup game, and I'm appearing on them quite often. But genuinely,
I'll be honest, he is doing.
I respect what he's doing, man.
He's doing his thing right now. I am locked in on his streams every day. I'm telling you, if he was streaming now, I'll just pull it up and watch it on the pod. I'll put it on the pod. I'll put it up.
Because genuinely, what he's doing is. What his purpose behind it is that he was planning to watch every World Cup game anyway. And he was like, oh damn, there's definitely lots of people out there that are alone and watching those games alone. So his purpose,
so this is his mission statement.
His mission statement was just be that someone, so someone can go on his stream and do a watch along with him.
But this is why live streaming is picked up so much, because and like reaction, like when people sit and watch Premier League games, for example, I find myself sometimes, if I'm sitting watching a game alone, I'll put up a stream, especially if it's somebody a creator that I like, because there are football podcasts out there that I love watching. If one of them was doing a live stream in a game and I'm sitting by myself watching a game, I'd pull it up and watch it with them. So same. What Seth is doing is tapping into that market of giving somebody that sense of togetherness, and that's a purpose. And I'm glad he's doing it for that reason, actually.
But genuinely now, I don't know what's gonna happen. I think we move on to this topic, but the fact that what Keir Starmer has done.
Ooh, big news. That literally broke yesterday, right?
I think yesterday or the day before. As of today, I think today is like the 18th of June, 17th of June. But
big announcement by Keir Starmer. I couldn't believe it. But so here's my thing. No, I'm not going to get into that yet. First, we'll do the headline. Okay. So social media in the UK
banned
for under 16s. And so to put that into place, what do they need to do? Make a verification process or something?
What I'm hearing is
how are they going to do this?
I think there's going to be some sort of ID check that's going to be done.
The only thing I can think of is linking IDs and passports to your social media.
Yeah, which a lot of over 16s won't be happy with as well.
Yeah, but also, does that then apply to... See, this is the questions we should have really had answered to before we were on the camera. Is it like new people coming onto the social media apps now, or is it already existing?
This is what I think. That's what I'm thinking. I'm pretty sure there's going to be ID checks. And it's
I ain't linking my passport to my social media.
But then that's the thing, though. How much is social media a part of a human nowadays?
So this is it. It's a part. It is a part of our body now. That's it. Yeah. We are attached to our digital forms of ID more than ever.
100%.
And this is the part that I was trying to hold back on from going into a minute ago. Which is, where does this lead now? Because the way I see it is that it could not be more obvious that there are things in place that are trying to link something to something.
Yeah.
That I can say for sure. Now, what those links are, that's where the conspiracies come in.
Yeah.
But there is some sort of linkage going on because things are starting to connect now in terms of IDing yourself, because it just used to be traveling.
Yeah.
Now it's using things in your own home.
Yeah.
That's a big...
In terms of that, before that, do you think what he's doing is right in terms of his purpose of it? In terms of his... He wants essentially people from 0 to 16 to live their life without social media before 100%. Getting onto it.
Look, hey, okay, I'm going to scoot in. look, here's the thing. I believe just because there is a good intention behind something, that doesn't mean that there isn't also an agenda behind it.
Yeah, 100%.
So you can hide behind the fact that, I want to help the mental health of under 16-year-olds in this country, and you can mean that.
Yeah, 100%.
But
hidden agendas.
The agenda will... If I don't believe that if that was the sole reason and there was nothing attached to it, it wouldn't happen, in my opinion. Because there's so many other elements of life that you can help any sort of person with, that I think our government lacks in doing, and I think most governments lack in putting into place.
Yeah.
But when it's something that can potentially be attached to something, that's when I think... So my thing is this, I believe that when something is introduced to us, first I let the smoke settle.
Yeah.
Because I always understand that there's a story behind the story. So if that's the case, with this, I'm going to let it settle. I'm going to give my opinions, but I'm going to let it settle just so that I can really try and understand what this is for. But also, I believe that everything that could potentially be harmful for us in the future is always presented to us in one of two ways. The first being for our entertainment, and the second being for our safety. It's either or. It's rarely ever both, but it's either or. And with this is obviously a safety measure. Yeah,
100%.
And the one pushback I will give is that in terms of, we're not going down the conspiracy route, for our human history, it's been very clear that whenever there is a lack or a ban on anything, the first thing that is created is a black market. That's
literally what I was going to say, is that now the way social media is so, I would literally say, engraved into the minds of society. The first thing these under 16s are going to do is not try and adapt to this new lifestyle, is to think, okay, now how can I get on social media illegally?
They're going to try and finesse their way around to getting onto social media. That's exactly what they're going to do. And why that could be harmful is because, so let's say now social media is officially a 16 and over platform, or an 18 and over platform, right? That means that platform now has license to do things that can only be available to people that are 18 or 16 plus. So now, if you then put that all on social media, and it doesn't always have to be like rude things. Like, I'm not saying like, it could be anything. It could be gambling. It could be whatever it is, right? It could be any sort of influence. It's like a horror movie, for example, right? That's 16 or 18 plus. But 14, I snuck into those movies when I was 14 years old and watched them, right? But why it was detrimental was because I was watching something that was only supposed to be for 18 plus people. So now if you make that social media an 18 plus platform, and now a bunch of 15, 14 year olds illegally find their way on it, it could be even worse.
Because now, like you said, now if they find their way onto social media, and social media is now adapted to adult content, for example, they're going to now, like you said, be like, okay, cool.
Exactly, because they're in, legally speaking, they're not worried about because that could be a part of the reason. Is like, right, we're getting too much pushback for being blamed for the mental well-being of the youth. So how about I make it so they're not allowed to go on, even though they probably might. I think the pressure's off me a little bit, it feels like.
I think we'll see. I mean, it's very fresh news. It's very fresh news.
This is why it's important to let the smoke
clear. But just we had to talk about it because it's massive.
It's a bit. We know under 16s. But are they gonna not be on talk? Like, it's crazy.
That's what I was thinking.
Are they gonna delete their TikToks?
Because genuinely, I have a younger cousin who I genuinely said, as a joke, you're not allowed on social media anymore. They were genuinely upset. They were genuinely upset, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
that is crazy.
There's gonna be lots of people lots of children's mental health that is going to be affected, because even though it is to protect their mental health, a lot of children nowadays are addicted to social media.
Yeah.
They're addicted
which
to social media.
I guess is what they want to fix.
But it's gonna this move
cold turkey on an under 16-year-old is an interesting method. I'll be honest.
It's a very interesting method.
That's I don't know how that's.
This is what a point I made to a friend I was talking to about this yesterday is why did they have to go straight to a ban? Why couldn't they try and regulate exactly the content that they would see?
It's like they got YouTube for Kids, right?
YouTube for Kids, yeah, genuinely, and a YouTube for Kids account. Whenever they try to go on YouTube, they're not allowed.
They're banned completely.
So I feel like
that makes so much more sense. Yeah. See, this is why I come back to this thing in my head. Was like, why really are you banning it?
Yeah.
What is this really about? Because are the it might sound crazy, but are the under 16-year-olds collateral damage? Right.
That's what I was thinking.
We're gonna make things difficult for them until they get 16 because they're not allowed to be on social media. But I need to make that sacrifice so that I can get people's digital ID. So that I can get people to link their faces and their information online. And then from there, I mean, look, where do you go from there? You start to link your digital ID to your bank account. All of a sudden, you can't go to the meat shop more than once a month. Then what do you do from that point?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it became from just like passports and traveling, and now you genuinely I agree with you. So many scenarios now on social media, not even social media, just or anywhere where you have to give an identification, whether it's a passport or driving license.
Bro, even when I'm trying to log into Amazon, I need to I have my laptop, I'm trying to log into Amazon, I have to then verify that account with my phone. I got to scan. I can't even just be like, all right, let me type in a password. No. Actually, you need to scan your phone so that we know your phone and your laptop are linked. And it's just bro, there's too much linkage going on, bro. The green lines are triggering me now. Yeah,
and I think that's the thing, though. That's the thing. The government knows that 99% of people won't think how we're thinking. 99% of people be like,
I don't know. I think that number is increasing.
Yeah, I mean it's increasing, but it's still a big minority.
You're right in the sense that a lot of people are just gonna accept it. And a lot of people, what they might do is that they will just regurgitate the story that's been told, the reasoning that's been told to them, and take that as law. It's like, but did you not see that 16-year-old that did that thing and is now all on the news, right? They'll use that case study. There isn't one, but I'm saying if there is one, they'll use that single case study and then they'll generalize every single 16-year-old in the country from it. And when you try to say to them, listen, you got to understand patterns, not news, they'll stick to the news. They'll stick to the headlines.
I think now, like you said, we need to let the smoke settle in terms of see if they do start asking for ID on our social medias, and if they do start now to be on Instagram or TikTok, I have to take a picture of my passport.
That's crazy.
Which I think is also crazy. But yeah, like I said,
it's too far. It's like, what, bro? I remember making an Instagram account in 2013, and I made the account so that I could post a picture of me playing football. Literally, that's what it was. Just so that my 4 mates that I'm gonna see tomorrow anyway. See that, when we left school and we weren't talking, this is what I was doing yesterday. Here's the picture of it. I'm gonna put it. I'm not gonna send it to you. I'm gonna put it on Instagram. Because I know you're the only 4 people that are gonna see it. Bro, what it's become now?
What social media has become is
look, we can't be hypocritical here.
No,
we are benefiting from this.
Obviously.
But even we can say it's gone too far now, lads.
And I'd say there's 2 sides to everything. Like life in the whole is very polar. And I'd say that the dark side of social media is very dark. It is. It can ruin lives.
And these are the things that will be presented to us if we try and come back at the decision for banning social media for under 16-year-olds. That is what it will be presented to us. However, I can't get on board with the fact that the Prime Minister of the country and the government that runs this country cares about that so much that it's their sole focus behind this ban.
I think
that's the part that I'm struggling with, because I've seen too many examples of where one thing leads to another and things start to make sense after the fact.
And I think
it's hard to give examples because
obviously it's very fresh. And
I'm saying in terms of actual examples. We might get into it. We're just starting out. Just starting out.
Yeah, but I think in terms of the ban is very fresh, and we'll see what the government do in terms of how they implement it. But in terms of smoke settling, I'm still trying to settle the smoke of last night of lots of people's supposed goal, which we have to get into.
And let's X this whole segment. And let's just.
Well, should we just end the pod now?
Let's end the
first
pod
episode. That went quite well. We can just end it there.
If you're doing what I think you're doing, and you're about to big up Messi right now on this podcast with that shirt hanging on that shelf behind you,
you know what? I will say something now. Yeah, I had a conversation with my brother before we left to come here. Yeah, after this World Cup, there could be serious conversations to be had in terms of Messi and Ronaldo. Because what do you mean a 38-year-old Lionel Messi has just scored an amazing hat-trick in the first game of the World Cup?
But I mean, I understand that, but I also think that both of their legacies, regardless of anything they're doing from the point they both left Europe, was set in stone, in my opinion.
Yeah, of course. Like there'll be people watching this, be like,
look, we're both Ronaldo guys.
We're both
we'll
Ronaldo.
Put that out on camera. We're both Cristiano Ronaldo fans. I have been since very young, and I'm sure you have been too.
Yeah, 100%.
So, I've even me. I've had people come up to me and say, like, "What, you're saying that as a Ronaldo fan?" It's very obvious to me that one player is in very specific ways a level above the other.
Yeah.
But however,
I know what you mean.
I only mean that in terms of certain aspects of the game. Messi looks better on the ball than Ronaldo, at times. And by the way, when I say that, I mean a certain version of Ronaldo. I don't mean all versions of Ronaldo, because you see the Ronaldo that stepped into the Premier League at 18 years old, that version of Ronaldo and left as a Ballon d'Or winner. That version of Ronaldo is up there with any version of Messi, even on the eye. I would die on that hill. Yeah, because his skills, his passing, his shoot, he had every single available thing to him. He was a more complete. He's always been a more complete player.
I hate when people say that Ronaldo is a machine, which he is. He did become that eventually. I agree.
Narratives are all wrong.
They're wrong, because Ronaldo, like you said, from coming to Man United and leaving as a Ballon d'Or winner, that what he showcased was everything Messi fans say that he didn't have.
Exactly. And what they forget is that the difference for me between Ronaldo and Messi is that Ronaldo has had 2 careers.
Yeah.
Messi's had 1. Yeah. He's had one very long one. Both of their time is the same, but in that time, Ronaldo's had 2 careers, 2 different versions of the same player.
Yeah.
Whereas Messi's been the same player, but I don't think he's, aside from, I would probably say today, this game, I've not seen. He hasn't impressed me outside of Barcelona in any given game, apart from this World Cup game that I only watched highlights on. But the hat trick was amazing.
Yeah,
and there was more chances, by the way. It wasn't just a hat trick. There was he could have scored 5 in that game.
Yeah,
and he also could have got sent off.
Should have got sent off. Let's not even talk about that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that Messi, as much as he is more aesthetically pleasing on the ball than Ronaldo, especially both in their later years, Ronaldo has done things like, I saw a quote. I watched a video of Alex Ferguson the other day, and it's facts, bro. Like, you can't, when Alex Ferguson says this, you can't deny what he's saying, and you got to take it as what it is. He claims that Ronaldo, and this was like when Ronaldo was still at United, he could play for Doncaster, he could play for Blackburn Rovers, he could play for SDS FC at Baller League.
Yeah.
Ferguson said that himself, by the way. And he'll get a hat trick. Messi, according to Ferguson too, is a Barcelona player. And I watched an hour-long clip, and I watched probably about 40 minutes of it, of Messi's goals. Just like, not even his top goals, just goals.
Yeah.
Like, I was sitting at YouTube one night and I was just watching it, right? And one thing was very clear to me when watching those highlight clips. Every single one of those clips was either an assist by Xavi, Iniesta, or Dani Alves. One of those 3 were putting the ball. There was, don't get me wrong, there was the
great goals.
There was the odd absolute worldy goals that nobody else on the planet, including Cristiano Ronaldo, could not
100%.
do. But 90% of those goals were being fed to him on a silver platter. And that's where I think the difference is for me, and that what Ronaldo can do is that he's shown it in a Juventus shirt against Atletico Madrid. That was Juventus, right? It wasn't Real Madrid.
Yeah, Juventus was Juventus.
He
Atletico as well. By the way, he did it against Champions League final.
He single-handedly can make something happen and drag a team, right, bro? He did it for us. As much as people want to say his second stint in that shirt was a flop, I disagree. That first season, 18 goals in the Premier League, he single-handedly dragged us through the group.
What was
stages.
that? 36.
At 36, 37, dragged us through the group stages of the Champions League. I'm talking last-minute winners, last-minute equalizers. Great goals, by the way. The Villarreal game, the Atlanta game. Bro, the hat-trick against...
Atlanta home and away, by the way.
Yeah, like these were single-handedly impressive performances.
Yeah. But one thing, I will say, before this gets clipped up, is that me personally, I am an enjoyer of both.
100. Me too. I'm a fan.
I will never understand one fan or the other that genuinely puts dirt on the other.
That's what I don't like. Like I'm comfortable admitting that Messi. Look, I submitted it on camera. I think Messi aesthetically is a better footballer than Ronaldo.
Yeah, and
because he is. It's just facts.
And genuinely, when someone says to me that Messi is their greatest of all time, I can see why they think
understandable, mate. Makes sense.
But then there's people who go, okay, cool, Messi's my goal. Ronaldo's closer to Neymar. And then
why are you lying? Like,
come on, man.
Like, don't change. What I hate, is that now that both their careers are said and done, people now feel like they have control over the narrative and that they can change the narrative. But one thing they can't do is gaslight somebody that was there.
Yeah.
I was there when Ronaldo was playing for Man United. Up until Ronaldo today, I've seen his whole career with my own eyes. So luckily, you can't gaslight me.
Yeah, okay.
Because I witnessed it. And I also witnessed Messi's too. So that's how I know those two are 1 and 2 and is a considerable gap between them and anyone else.
Yeah.
They are aliens. Whenever you talk about lists or you're doing a draft, you exclude those two. You have to.
Yeah, 100%. And then that's why I will just never get into a conversation with people who go, Ronaldo's not even near Messi. Like then I'm just there.
Then it's agenda driven.
Yeah, agenda driven.
And as much as we have our agenda, I believe we're balanced.
Do you know what it is though? I will admit to people, cool, I probably do have a bias towards Ronaldo because I'm a Man United fan. I'm a Man United fan. He did greatness at Man United, so I will obviously have a bias towards Ronaldo.
It's not even a bias, bro. I have an emotional connection to the football.
But then that's what I'm saying. I realize that, and that's why you can be a Messi fan. I understand why you're a Messi fan. But I just don't understand when people say one is way worse than the other. And I'm talking about Ronaldo fans that say Messi's way worse.
I can't look past the moments being like, because I saw the three-peat, right? The Man United three-peat from 06 to 09. I can't get out of my mind the moments of doubting the team and this one specific player in particular, Ronaldo, and him proving me wrong time. And like, one moment for me that sticks in my mind and I will never forget it, because I'll be honest with you, the story I'm about to tell you is from 2008, and since that day to even today, remember you asked me last night, what do you think about Ronaldo tomorrow? And my answer was what? I think my boy got something for me, man. Whereas your answer was he might be washed, right?
Well, by the way, we're having this conversation 2 hours before Portugal's first game in the World Cup.
I was about to come today in my sporting Ronaldo talk, but I thought, you know what?
So hopefully.
Do this. But listen, here's the thing. In 2008, now this is crazy because people might fact check this, and I'm giving you a story from my memory. I have not fact checked this. This is my recollection of what happened. Cool. It's 2008, Champions League, I want to say group game.
Okay.
Under the lights, and I believe we're in Lisbon, or we might be at Old Trafford, but we're playing against Sporting Lisbon, and it's the first time Cristiano Ronaldo is playing against the team that he had just left 3 years earlier to go. And since the time he's left Sporting Lisbon, he's become one of the big top footballers on the planet. Even at that age, because Ronaldo was big in a way. He was Ballon d'Or winner, right? So he'd left his boyhood club, come to the big stage, become the big player, and now this is his first time returning back to his roots and to his club. We've seen him play against old clubs many times. He does the no celebration thing, and he makes it a big deal. This was the first time he did that. Cool. The game is 1-0, and again, from my memory, I believe we're 1-0 down, and it's coming towards the end of the game. I want to say like 89 minutes or something like that. We get a free kick on the edge of the box, but it's like towards the left and it's far back. And
like a crossing situation.
Bro, the game is about to finish, and this is basically our last chance of the game. Ronaldo picks up the ball, he puts the ball down, and he looks at the net, and he does that thing that every Man United and Ronaldo fan knows. Oh, he's about to shoot here.
Yeah.
Puts the ball down, does the breath, and this was the early stages when he just started doing that.
So he was animated.
So, he was doing it, and I looked at him, and I swear to God, when I saw that he was about to shoot, I went like this. I went, oh my! And this is a what? 8, 9, 10. This is an 11-year-old me.
Yeah.
Looking at the screen, going, oh! And the reason why I'm so vexed in that moment is because I know that in my head, if he misses this free kick, I have to deal with this tomorrow.
Yeah.
I have to go out into the playground because everyone knows I'm the Ronaldo guy. I had 3 Man United shirts, 2 from 08, 1 from 07, a home and away and another home one. All 3 of them Ronaldo 7 printed at the back. I had a Ronaldo poster on my wall from the 08 season, and everybody in my school knew that. They knew I was a Ronaldo fan. I was vocal about it. Yeah. So I knew in that moment, if he tries some stupid stuff, kicks the ball high, I am dealing with the repercussions of that tomorrow.
Yeah, 100%.
So I put the ball down. I'm vexed now. I'm looking at it. I'm going, oh, man, don't shoot. Please don't shoot. Please don't shoot. Bro, he bangs it in. 1-1. Scores.
Yeah.
He then, as soon as he scores the free kick, he turns around and somehow the camera is placed perfectly on him. And he turns around, and for the first time, it became a bit of an iconic celebration, but this was the first time he'd done it. Yeah. And it was, for a while there, it was a very iconic celebration where he turned to the camera, and I'm telling you now, he looked me dead in my eyes, and he went like this. And it was the first time he'd ever done that.
I know what you're talking about.
It's the first time, you know, that celebration. That was the first time he'd done it, when he scored against Sporting Lisbon in the last minute with that free kick.
Yeah.
And in that moment, because I doubted him for the first time, I've not doubted him since that day. And that was when I was 11 years old. Now, obviously, now you understand the emotional connection I have.
Yeah, but you know what I love about that story you've just told is that everyone watching this and everyone out there who is a football fan has football memories like that, which carves their opinions and their who they support, and that's the beauty of football.
I think more people should be honest about the fact that their opinions are coming from their emotions and their experiences.
Man.
Like if you're a Messi fan, it's because you either didn't like Ronaldo, or like obviously you see how great he is, but if you're a Messi fan, I'm talking about, it's because you didn't like Ronaldo, you support Barcelona or Argentina.
Or there's a certain aesthetic of football that you prefer.
Yeah,
genuinely.
Like you have to be honest at the fact that there is some sort of story behind. Like I can tell you my story. Like I told you one story, that I have many stories of why Ronaldo, to me, it don't matter what he does, bro. He can drop a stinker this World Cup. Yeah. He's still the GOAT.
Yeah,
he will always be. He's done too much. He's done too much.
The thing is, though, if Messi does win it back to back,
then cool. Look, if Messi takes the mantelpiece and is the number 1 football goal, whatever, I still don't mind that. Yeah. Because the one thing I can be assured enough about is that there are enough people in the world that will never waver from the
because really and truly their careers are.
It's all there. It's all in front of you. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You can't rewrite narratives.
And obviously, when it's all Ronaldo has taken Portugal from the depths of despair into where they are now.
That 2016 was a carry. I know he didn't score the final goal.
Yeah, obviously,
but he carried them.
But I'll be honest though, if Messi does win it, like you gotta respect it. 100%. You got to respect.
I respect the fact that he just scored his hat-trick last night.
Yeah, 100%, man.
That is insane.
And a hat-trick of amazing goals.
He is such a baller, bro. I don't think there's a conversation between him and any other player in the past, like the Maradonas and the Pelés. Bro, I've seen them. I hear it. I get that the time is different. I understand that. Yeah. But he is an alien.
100%, I agree. And I genuinely, because it's, bro, from a football perspective, I really hope Ronaldo has an amazing World Cup. I really hope Messi continues to this run of an amazing form. And I really hope Neymar gets some minutes, man. I really hope Neymar gets some minutes, because genuinely it looks like he's been taken as part of the medical team, bro.
This is the thing now, because it's all of their last ones. Yeah. Not only is the pressure gone higher, but the expectation from us sitting at home has increased too. Yeah. Because now we're like, bro, we're never gonna see you at another World Cup. We are rushing him. We don't even know I don't even know what his injury is, but we're rushing him to get on that pitch.
Yeah, and apparently group stage games are off the cards From what
Is
I'm
it?
hearing.
I heard
what
the second game you'll be right.
I don't know, but genuinely, we'll see.
This is the thing now, because we know it's his last one. I so want to see him on the pitch.
Yeah, but
we're not
the thing is, I think in terms of Messi and Ronaldo, cool, fine. You can have your opinions on that. But one thing I think is a fact is that Neymar physically is a finished player. Physically, he is absolutely finished. But I don't blame him.
There's no athleticism.
The way he was kicked and the way he was abused.
He was fouled. He was overly fouled.
I genuinely think because he was Joga Benito. Joga Benito. The way Messi Ronaldo was kicked, Neymar was absolutely battered.
I'll be honest though. I think Messi and Ronaldo got it worse in that aspect because they played in a time where, bro, it was just normal to two-stud somebody on their ankle.
Yeah, that's true.
It was. I've seen some of the fouls that Ronaldo's been subject to. They are bad, bro. Yeah, they are bad.
But I just think that Neymar, in terms of his build, I just didn't.
That's the thing. So what I was gonna get onto the fact is that Messi and Ronaldo are more muscular and more athletic.
Yeah,
especially Ronaldo.
Yeah.
But Neymar is.
He's always
light. He's
always
skinny,
brittle,
and he's not strong. So when he does get fouled, it's gonna hurt a little bit more, and it's gonna take more off of his career.
Yeah. What are we saying though? Should we close it off with our predictions?
I think I don't want to do it, man. I'm nervous, and
I think we should do.
Here's the thing though. Both of our teams are playing today.
Yeah,
we got England and Portugal are both playing.
Fala Portuguese.
Yeah. No? Oh, I did want to mention actually, just quickly. We'll do a little segment. 20 years ago, my earliest ever memory of any World Cup ever, not just a World Cup moment, was 2006 World Cup. Cristiano Ronaldo against England. He gets Rooney sent off. He winks at the camera, scores the winning penalty, becomes a villain. Right? Yeah. I actually wasn't technically a Ronaldo fan at that point because I was supporting Man United, but I was a kind of Rooney and Ronaldo together. Yeah. I became a Ronaldo fan after that. So that day he was a villain to me too. It was crazy. And it's so crazy to me how it's like a full circle thing where it's like that was my earliest memory of a World Cup ever, and now I'm about to watch him play in his final ever World Cup. Like my earliest memory of a World Cup is him, and now I'm watching him play his final one. Yeah. This is a full circle moment, which is why I don't believe he's gonna get it done. That's part of my prediction because it's too much of a fairy tale for me personally. Like it's not gonna align as much as I want it to, and I know that. Yeah. And so I know I'm going to be left.
In terms of like Portugal as a team, I don't think. Obviously, in my head, I've gaslighted myself into saying that they will win it, but I don't think they will. I don't think they will.
They got a strong team.
But then, do you know what it is?
They got a strong
Before
team.
the World Cup, I was thinking, Brazil's team is mad.
Yeah, exactly. So if I was to ask you now,
Morocco hold it down.
Yeah, who are the leading teams?
This is what I'm saying though. Spain got held to a 0-0 to Cape Verde. Obviously, the goalkeeper heroics. But you know what? Genuinely, I think this World Cup is the World Cup of the underdogs.
You reckon?
I think this World Cup is the World Cup of the underdogs.
I feel like they say that all the time.
No, but I think there's a lot of underdogs that can make it far. I think a big team will win it eventually.
Do you know who I was impressed by? South Korea.
South Korea, yeah. Who did they verse again? Czech Republic, right?
That guy who scored the goal and assisted.
Yeah, that midfielder. He was the first real.
He is lit.
Yeah.
Bro, who is he? How old is he? Why is
he's 29, I'm pretty sure.
Is he 29?
He's old.
He should be on our transfer list, bro. I was very... I don't want to do the Amrabat thing again. I get it. But, bro, I was impressed, bro.
But Boadi, is it Boadi? I think his name is. The Moroccan midfielder.
Oh, the long hair.
He's 18.
He was lit.
He's 18.
I heard Liverpool, Arsenal. Who's looking into
a lot of people will be looking at him.
Bro, he's a player. But again, we can't do the World Cup thing.
You can't do it. You can't.
I
think if Boadi, I think I'm getting his name right, but if he goes on to have an amazing World Cup game after game after game, then
he should get the transfer.
Then he should get the transfer. I think one World Cup game is not enough. A lot of people gas players up and this, that, and the other. I don't think one World Cup game is enough.
No, it's not. But I think it's enough to get you a move.
Yeah, but not a big
money. Not £100 million move.
Yeah.
So what are we saying then? I'm saying.
I think let's do World Cup winners, top scorer, top.
Damn, you're gonna make me think now.
Assister.
Okay.
Player of the tournament, and then underdogs. Yeah, those 5.
You're gonna test me now. Okay, cool. Go on.
Do you want to start with the winner?
We'll start with the winner.
Cool, winner.
Do we go obvious or do I go biased?
I think France are just, bro. Elise, after yesterday. a plethora of people are saying he is the best player in the world.
Nah, for me, two players, Elise and Kvaratskhelia are my two best players in the world right now on current form. And so I'm not surprised that he's lighting up this World Cup.
Obviously. He's obvious.
He is unbelievable.
He's unbelievable, I agree.
But the problem with this predicting now is that we've seen some of the teams play, but we haven't seen the others. We don't know what England's about to do.
But we don't know what Portugal's about to do. Thomas Tuchel is playing Harambe.
This is what I'm saying.
He wants to win this tournament via Harambe.
People are not understanding. He's treating this like a mini Champions League.
Yeah.
This is going to be a Chelsea 2020 Champions League job.
Yeah.
If we were to win it, that is how he's going to win it.
Alright, cool. Let's just give the predictions.
Cool. I'm going to say
no reasonings. Just give your predictions. Portugal to win it. You know what?
I regret that immediately.
Oh man,
I regret that immediately.
I can go with my heart. I can go with my gut.
Go with what's in between the heart and the gut. Go with your stomach.
My stomach.
What's your stomach telling you?
I'm stuck between Spain and France, to be honest. Even though
look, they're two big hitters.
Lamine Yamal played 20 minutes, bro.
What's going to be the deciding factor between them? You got to pick. It's going to be Elise, innit?
It's going to be Mbappe,
Elise versus Yamal.
Elise and Mbappe, because Mbappe is just bro.
Don't get it twisted though. Yamal only played 20 minutes
and he lit it up.
He is still coming for this World Cup. He's about to. He's still coming to show. He's still coming to show people that I hear you, Messi, but I'm the new Messi. Listen, he's coming.
Cool. You said Portugal.
I'm saying Portugal.
You're saying Portugal.
I'm going with my heart.
You're going with your heart. I will go with logic. I'm not. Cool. If I would 100% agree with you and say Portugal if I'm going with my heart. My heart's saying Portugal. My logic is saying France.
Right.
Saliba, Upamecano are so solid. Mbappe is that guy at the World Cup. And Elise, that's it. He's going to lock it off.
You got France. I got Portugal. Are they on the same side of the bracket? They can't face each other until the final, right?
Till the final.
Could be me versus you.
Could be me versus you. That would be great.
I do want to tell the 2010 story though. Maybe for another day.
We'll save that. Because obviously with the podcast, we'll be talking about the World Cup. There'll be a World Cup segment on every episode.
Have I got a story for you about this guy in 2010?
Man, we'll talk about it later.
Okay, so that's that done. What do you say? Top scorer, yeah?
Winner, top scorer.
Okay,
Mbappe.
so now
Mbappe done. I'm done.
Mbappe's done, but again, we don't know what Harry Kane has for us.
No, man. No. Shall I tell you why? I don't think England will win games 3-4-0. They won't do it.
You're right.
They won't do it.
Now, you know what? You're right. The attack is too expansive. This France attack.
Don't get me wrong. If they do, it's fair play Thomas Tuchel. But what they've shown us in the friendlies, he's not going to score goals. He's going to win games.
Yeah, 100.
So
I'm with you there. I'm going to say Mbappe top scorer.
You know what? Top assister, I'm going to go with my heart. I'm going Bruno Fernandes. I'm going Bruno Fernandes.
You know who I'm going with? I'm going with Lamine Yamal.
You think so?
Yeah. I think he's going to turn up. He's going to get some big assists.
I think Lamine Yamal has got some for us. I think
you know what? His ability to put that same cross in every time
at the back post
is so good.
Inch perfect every time.
It's so good. And they're going to feed off of that.
Yeah. I agree. I think
I'm going to go Yamal.
I think Lamine Yamal. Bruno Fernandes, I'm going with my heart.
Elise. Or an underdog rogue shout. That South Korea Don. I need to know his name. I'm telling you, that guy, he's on smoke. He's on smoke. You see that, bro? He chopped it back and then lobbed the keeper.
But I think with these stats, you have to really also take into account how far these teams will go.
Yeah, and he was playing all over the park, so he's not going to get a lot of assists and goals. But I saw him everywhere. He was all over.
Everyone was gassing him up after that game. So I'm going to go with Mbappe.
You're going
Bruno Fernandes.
I'm going Lamine Yamal. What was the next
guy? So we've done winners, top goal scorer, top assister. We're going to go with we'll do player of the tournament at the end. Let's do underdogs.
Underdog team,
because now we've seen essentially lots of the teams play.
All right, then I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna say South Korea.
South Korea as your underdogs.
Yeah.
Damn. You know what?
I feel like there aren't many. All these teams, Morocco and all that.
Yeah.
They're established teams now.
They're established teams, but I don't.
Not to win it, maybe.
Ivory Coast is an underdog in my opinion.
I like that.
Because you know what? Yan Diomande.
I like that.
Amad Diallo, who came off half an hour and has the most take-ons in the World Cup after playing for half an hour.
Amad was moving crazy.
I think Ivory Coast, because
I like it. But they got Nicolas Pepe though up front, no?
Yeah, but as a team, they got Sangare from.
Yeah, no, I hear it. No, I like that shout because they definitely are underdogs, so they fit the criteria.
100%. And do you know what? I think Yan Diamande and Ahmad will just continue.
Yeah, Diamande. I remember we were chatting. I was on the live stream with you guys, and I was talking in the chat, and I was like, so far not impressed. Yeah. From that moment, he was impressive.
He was, and then obviously you got like the Norways and the Swedens that could do a job, but I don't know.
Haaland looks like he's.
I'm just going with Ivory Coast because. Ahmad, my boy, and Yan Diamande is a baller.
And I think these are two underdog shouts that many people haven't mentioned, so I like it. And South Korea and Ivory Coast.
Unfortunately, I think Yan Diamande will end up at Liverpool, but that's another conversation for another day.
Then we're hating on him.
And there you go, player of the tournament. Who do you think will get player of the tournament?
So for me, it has to be obviously a player that. Oh no, it doesn't have to be a player that won it.
No, it doesn't. Mbappe won it last tournament.
And
was it Messi?
Messi won it in 2014 when Germany.
Yeah, you're right. I remember that video of him collecting it.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to be. Okay, so I'm gonna say France-Portugal final. Let's say it's gonna be one of them players. If Yamal's top assister and I said Mbappe was top scorer, you'd have to go to Mbappe then, but. It might don't sleep on the fact that it could go to a goalkeeper or a defender.
I don't know, man.
I don't know about that. You know what it is? These defenders have really good PR now, and the Salibas and the Gabriels and these guys they are mentioned in conversations with attackers frequently.
Yeah, I agree.
So if he pulls a blinder and they have a clean sheet run, there's nothing to.
I think it's very unlikely though.
Yeah.
I think I just
might be Elise. I might go Elise.
I think Elise is a good shout because genuinely he is absolutely amazing.
Oh wait, I can't go Elise because I think you should go Elise.
I think I was gonna say Elise, and I think Elise will get player of the tournament.
Okay.
I think Mbappe will score a lot of goals, but I think Elise will be the maestro behind all of it.
I like it. So cool. If you're gonna go Elise, I'm gonna go Bruno Fernandes. Nah, I'm lying.
Because I'll be so honest. If your predictions come into fruition, Portugal win the World Cup, Bruno was player of the tournament. That's a Bruno Ballon d'Or.
No.
And then he's in conversations that people will not be comfortable with.
Portugal win the World Cup. Vitinha gets player of the tournament.
Wow.
No. Vitinha wins Ballon d'Or. Ronaldo gets player of the tournament. And on that note, I think we have to wrap it up because genuinely, he has just said that an hour before Portugal's first game, by the way. So this could be nervous. You could be clipped up and memed within your first. Meme me, man. In the name of Ronaldo, meme me. Do it. I don't care. I'll go down with. If my boy is going down, I'm going down with him.
I respect it.
And you know what? He's given me, and all you United fans out there that are trying to hate on Ronaldo, I don't understand you because he has given you all the moments in the world to celebrate. And you're going to turn on him like that. You can't brag about the teams of, the three-peat, what Ferguson has done, the double, Champions League. You can't brag about all these things and then slander Ronaldo with the same tongue.
Allow me, bro. Nah, you got to support. You got to support him. If he's going down, I'm going down. He might be horrendous. He might be going down, but you're right. We should go down with him.
100%.
And you know what? Fair play to Messi for his first ever World Cup hat trick. I hope he gives us more moments like that because you know what? Like I said, I enjoy both, and I want to enjoy them both until they both retire.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Just on camera before we go, I think we should do a little debrief on camera. How do you think that went? First episode, man. I don't know. That was good, man.
You know what?
I noticed towards the end our conversation about football. I think this is football heavy. This episode.
Yeah.
I think we did a lot of football stuff. That's not obviously going forward. Look, you gotta understand it's World Cup season.
Yeah.
It's current affairs.
World Cup season.
It's happening. Affairs. Football is on the mind. That's not the complete direction. This is not a football podcast. Maybe, I don't know. You know what? If enough
I think this is testing the waters.
This is testing the waters. If enough people start, wanting that content, I'll make it happen. But the idea I have is, we're going to talk about current affairs. We're going to talk about the world. We're going to talk about perspectives. I noticed I was very nervous at the beginning. The beginning of this episode.
It was always going to happen.
The beginning of this episode is going to be very choppy. It's going to be very awkward to watch. It's going to be awkward for me to watch back. But anyone who's still here to this point, watching all the way through.
You are the GOAT.
You're the GOAT. You're an absolute legend. Let me know, please, in the comments that you watched the whole thing. Or that how much of it. Or if you did click off, I won't be offended. Tell me at what point you clicked off. And tell me why. because there might be moments and I want to know. So yeah, man, thank you so much, man. This has been amazing. This is the first of many years.
First of many, more to come.
I want to record the second one already. It's mad. Like towards the end of it, I'm feeling myself. Like, at the beginning, I was nervous, but now I'm feeling. That's myself.
The purpose. But that was the whole purpose: to get on here and just speak our mind.
And as awkward as it's gonna look at in like the first half, I'm posting it regardless.
Yeah, and that's the main thing. I've had fun, and many more to come.
And that's it, man. We're signing off. Peace.